整了半天，这个第3章没有任何的解谜啊，至少目前为止。但是光剧情已经走了3期了，不知道这个第3章还有多少。之前应该是在这个会议场部署，对吧？Find a place to hide it. First of all, we need to look for a place to hide my smartphone. Smartphone? Hide. You're leaving it behind. Right, you got yours, so we will still be able to contact the others. It needs to be somewhere where it won't be found for a long time. Where would be good, I wonder? So you want some sort of blind spot then? 盲点，盲区。If you can find a place like that, it'd be great. Hey, Kyo-chan, take a look over here. The speaker. A large, expensive-looking speaker within a corner of the room. There are no audio cables. I guess it works wirelessly. It's probably used in conjunction with the projector nearby. There's a tear here. It's not obvious. I think your phone would just fit. Once it's inside, we can move it this way so it can be seen. I get it. Nice find, Mari. It's because I'm your wife. I have an eye for dirty or damaged places. Well, this sure is a good spot. Things are going well. Find how to play the audio. I'd hoped I'd be able to use chronokinesis to make my phone play a sound, but the phone has a touch screen, so I can't operate it directly. Touch screen. You can't use a smartphone. I can't use my finger to press things in the past. It works more like I'm using telekinesis to move objects in the past. Ah, I see. You can't use telekinesis to press a touch screen, right? Exactly. Hey, Kyo-chan, could you use a volume knob in the past? Oh yeah, that wouldn't be a problem. Well, the speaker we just looked at has a volume knob on it. Just as Mari said, there was a knob you could turn to adjust the sound. It certainly does, but there's no way to start and stop playback, right? No, it doesn't look like it, but if we set the volume to 0, isn't it similar to having it off? I see, that's it. We will have some music constantly playing, but the volume is at 0. Then with chronokinesis I can raise the volume, and it wouldn't be any different to pressing it play. It will work. Cheers, that was a great idea. It's due to our wife's knowledge of the home. I don't really feel like it has any relation to a home. Then it's my cunning when it comes to hiding spare funds. Spare funds. Cunning. I figured it was best not to say anything. About Tsukiko. Kyo-chan, can I ask you something? Yes, of course. What do you think of Tsukiko? That's a difficult question to answer on the spot. Sorry, I just really wanted to know. I need to understand your feelings. I don't need some strong power. I wouldn't know how to use it. All I want is strength to be able to stand face to face with Tsukiko. As I thought this over, I just wanted to know what you thought too. I wondered how I should respond. To me, Tsukiko was, I can't say one way or the other right now. I see. But once this is over, if we see each other eye to eye with a clean slate, that would be best. Kyo-chan, thank you. I think I can face Tsukiko now. You are as reliable as ever. Well, looks like we are finished here. Let's search for her. Yeah, let's go. She's not here. Be careful. She could be hiding somewhere. Are you worried about me? I feel so loved. That would be a very simple form of love. But I will be fine. I don't want Tsukiko to commit any more crimes. So I won't get hurt, and I won't hurt her. There was a strong determination dwelling in Mari's eyes. This was a side of Mari that I'd never seen before. However, I felt something inside me that I'd felt time and time again. How do I feel about Mari right now? I like her the way she is. She's my assistant. Mari has been my reliable assistant right from the very beginning. Now her strength was reminding me how valuable she is. Since when had I been so full of myself to think I'd done well on my own? Mari never gave up hoping for the best. She had strong willpower. Because she was by my side, I was able to keep going as well. I'd never allow her feelings to go to waste. I have to find Tsukiko. I have to talk to her, or nothing can begin. Seems like she's really not around here. Let's search in a different place. Understood. Hey, I was thinking. Thinking about what? That it's only you, Kyo-chan. What? No matter what I do or say, in the end, only you can save Tsukiko. What do you say so? I will do my best, but it doesn't have to be me. Nah, only you can enter Tsukiko's world. It's shut off to everyone else. That means that only you can reach out a hand to Tsukiko. It's kinda hard to get the meaning behind that example. What about Litsu? Tsukiko is working for her sake. She must be a better bet. Even if Litsu wanted to get in, she wouldn't know where the entrance was. Of course, those two have a special bond that no one else can understand. However, the two of them are looking at different things. Litsu is fighting for her own dreams and ideals, isn't she? Yukiya said that she's trying to create a new world. Right, that's why as far as Litsu is concerned, Tsukiko is a comrade. But Tsukiko isn't thinking the same thing as Litsu. She wants to be useful to Litsu, even if it means becoming a murderer. To Tsukiko, Litsu must seem like a god. Litsu may think Tsukiko is her equal, but Tsukiko looks at her from below. They are on different planes, that's why this all happened. Maybe you are right, but how does that connect to me saving Tsukiko? You will be fine, Kyo-chan. I know you can open the door to Tsukiko's world, but you will have to find the key to get there yourself. I can't explain it well to you either, but I'm not the one that can make her understand. That's why I'm giving all my feelings to you, so you can pass them on to her when you eventually reach her. Mari, you've shown me how serious you are, almost painfully so. However, I don't know how to feel about that. How should I react to Mari? About Mari's talk? What was I thinking? I'm being foolish. There's only ever been one answer from the start. I bet on Mari. What kind of bet would it be if I started to doubt her now? It was her feelings that would guide us. We were going to save Tsukiko. There are no other alternatives. Mari's words are the answer. I will try and grant your wish, Mari. I believe in Mari's words. I will make sure Tsukiko understands how you feel. So, let's save Tsukiko together, alright? Kyo-chan, of course it's alright. You are so cool. All I can do is nod in awe. Okay, that's settled. Now let's get back to work. Yeah. 差不多了吧 This is...这么一下就出现了 Why did the two of you come here? There's nobody left. The employees may have all left, but we came to meet you. I don't want to commit any more crimes. I want you to stop, so... What are you saying? Is that you came to arrest me, correct? That's... although we wanted to save her, we still had to atone for her crimes. Whatever, it's all the same to me if you are going to get in my way. But don't worry, once Absent Amabishi is dead, that will be the end of it. The end of it? I have to be arrested so I can testify this has nothing to do with Litsu. I'd planned to use my powers to break out of prison with some help, but now my assistants are gone, that will be difficult. I wanted to see the world that Litsu creates myself, but it's too bad. At least I would have been useful to Litsu, that's good enough. No, don't say that. Litsu would want you to stay by her side. Don't talk about things you don't know about. Beautiful ideas like that don't apply after what we've gone through. The human testing lab, Tsukiko and Litsu were there at the same time. Litsu is naive. 这个 I 为什么是两个点 She might get mad, but the world won't change by doing things nicely, so I will do the dirty work. That's enough talking. I will have to kill you both, since you will be in Litsu's way. Kill you both. Tsukiko ran towards us without hesitation. She took out a knife hidden in her boot and closed the distance. 怎么一下神展开了 She moved confidently. She must have trained after leaving the facility. But still, I could read her movements. Too slow. 这么中二吗 I knocked away her knife with my right arm. I'm not as extreme as you, but even detectives can be violent. My father trained me ever since he adopted me. All so I can continue his work. I won't die here. Ahaha, that's right. Gento Ayana, he died far too quickly. I didn't leave a message thinking someone would read it, but I'm sure you saw it. The word I left behind, revenge. 是他留下的 I had to kill the man who made Litsu suffer with my own hands. What? Of course. You don't seem fazed. I figured it as much. You are the only one who can make a time scar. Kyo-chan, you knew that and you said you'd save her. My father's dead. He's no longer anywhere in this world. The ones who are here are me and you, Mari, and Tsukiko, you too. I'm the same as Yukiya. I'm no god. I can't bring someone back to life. That's why I want to change the fate of people who are alive. I can only change the past, but it's to bring a better future. Mari had taught me to do that. That's rich. I know, but it's also why I don't waste time getting shaken by your tauntings. You make me sick. I don't need any saving now. We needed to be saved when we were in the lab. I can only do what's within my power. Are you saying that you can stop me? I will make it happen. We don't have the time for a question and answer session. Having said that, it seems it's not a good idea to face you head on. I will have to make some changes. Changes? Tsukiko vanished in an instant right before my eyes. What happened? Where's Tsukiko? Tsukiko? Doesn't seem like she's here. Oh, Tsukiko isn't here. Yeah, you don't see her, do you? As Mari said this, she pointed inside the office. Tsukiko wasn't inside. I'm sure I was talking to Tsukiko just now. No way, I've been with you the whole time and don't remember that. 这是因为他们只有这个能力的才能意识到对面用过这个能力的。只要顺着他这个设定走就行了，不要多想。Mari doesn't remember. Wait, I have the memory of us coming here together and not finding Tsukiko. Hey, look at this. What had you think of it? Think it is. There was a large X on the floor, which had appeared as if by magic. I'm sure this wasn't here earlier. Earlier? When earlier? I think this was already here when we arrived. When we arrived? I get it. The talk I had with Tsukiko and the talk Mari had with Tsukiko, I had gained enough understanding of Tsukiko during the conversation. Now that I understood, I could feel it. I can now perceive Tsukiko's use of chronokinesis. Perceive? Like what was written in Tsukiko's note. Yes, now my memories connect from the same time axis as hers. So Tsukiko changed the past from a different time. That's right. What she did was probably leave this X on the floor. It means something like, it's dangerous here, get away now. She would have seen it and left right away, so we didn't find her. To you, it would seem like we never found her. This is hard, but I will have a think about it. Sure, now we can use an equivalent strategy. We don't have much time, let's move on to our next plan. What are we gonna to do next? All in good time, there's a trick we can use, I reckon. We will do the reverse of what she did and lure her into a trap. 把叉叉去掉是吧？A certain day, 6:17 p.m. Zen HQ conference room. 开始玩脑洞了，疯狂玩脑洞。This is a room where we hid the phone, right? 就这样 Right. Enough time has passed, so there shouldn't be any problems. Time, you mean since we hid it here? Correct. Since time has passed, I can use chronokinesis. Tsukiko. My trap had worked. Tsukiko appeared before my eyes. How dare you mock me like this? I wasn't mocking you. I thought about it seriously beforehand. Kyo-chan, how did you know that Tsukiko would be in this room? To Mari, it must have looked like Tsukiko was always here. I lured her to this room. It seems so. I suppose I should thank you for the invitation. I'd asked Yukiya to send me Mr. Amabishi's voice to my phone. Voice? I figured they had a recording of a meeting, so I asked him for it. Turns out he sent a private conversation, all the better. It was probably from IXG Intelligence, but he won't go there. I thought Tsukiko would be listening somewhere and play the song. Sure enough, she heard it and came in. But shouldn't she have left as soon as she saw Mr. Amabishi not here? She couldn't, and that, Tsukiko, is of your own doing. Even if she left, the fact she entered the room would remain. IXG is backing us up. That means it's easy for us to get guns. Tsukiko was worried. What if there was a gun in the room and we shot her from the future? That's right, her own MO. Exactly. Her own MO. To prevent that, she had to erase the past where she came in. However, there's nothing to write an X near the door with. She realized that she'd been tricked by a recording, so she had to find the source of it to destroy it in the past. If she could do that, the voice never would have led her into this room. Once the timeline caught up, her memories could help prevent this. Or at least, that's what she hoped would happen. Am I right, Tsukiko? Maybe. So Tsukiko is only in this room now cause she couldn't find your phone. I found it a little while ago here. Saying this, she took my phone out from her person and put it on the table. You found it but didn't destroy it. Really, you were making fun of me after all. Crack. In her anger, she pierced my phone with her knife. It wasn't a small knife. It went right through my phone with ease. There's no point in destroying it now. I know. To think that you'd put in that thing. That thing. She may have found my phone, but she couldn't destroy it in the past. Remember how the SD card my father left behind hindered her. I'd love to return it to you, but it's already in tiny pieces. My father's SD card had a PSI jamming chip inserted in it. I'd received a simple lecture from Yukiya about them. My question was about why Yukiya hadn't grabbed the SD card. As long as that chip is in fact, it interferes with the use of PSI. That's why you couldn't interfere with us getting the SD card, right? Both father and son tormenting me. So what happened? 这一段真的是神展开，就刚刚3分钟，很乱。I inserted my father's SD card into my phone. Because of that, Tsukiko couldn't interfere with my phone in the past. Kyo-chan, have you been carrying that chip all this time? Wouldn't that mean you couldn't have used your own power? It's as you say, Mari, or it would be if not for his meddlesome tricks. Right, I asked Yukiya for a custom model SD card. He adjusted it to make the jamming radius quite a bit smaller. It now has a radius of roughly 10 centimeters. 10 centimeters. That means it will only repel PSI acting on the phone directly. I made it impossible for her to erase her past entering this room. Of course, I didn't prepare any guns, but Tsukiko would doubt that. Because of that, she had to search for guns that weren't there. I must have looked like a fool. Did you have your fun? What do I do now? Arrest me? Of course, I will put up a fight, but in the end, I'm sure you will win. Unfortunately, I have no plans to let you escape. But for now, wouldn't want you talk with Mari? Huh? Talk, I could understand if it were with you, but with her. With her, yes, with Mari. Mari's wish was to talk with Tsukiko. How dreadful. What kind of trap have you set for me this time? There's no trick behind this, I promise you. You expect me to believe you? Well, Mari is an open book, so I'm sure you will figure it's fine. Kyo-chan, are you teasing me now at a time like this? As I said that, Mari's face filled with anger. Look, you see, I clearly didn't lie. Oh. Mari noticed the change in her facial expression after I pointed it out. Mari, lend me your phone a minute. Here. Huh? Sure, here. I took Mari's phone and sent Yukiya a message. We've concerned Tsukiko get Mr. Amabishi out. We can't be having a long conversation here while he's locked up. Although I doubted Yukiya would keep Mr. Amabishi locked up as requested. Now that we'd caught her, that should be no problem letting him out. Tsukiko, Mari, I will warn you. I will be thinking of a way to escape as you talk. 对呀，你肯定有人会想，这个 Tsukiko 可以有别的办法，是吧？脑洞大开，有别的办法来做到一些现在他所谓做不到的事情。但不要想太多。Q 讲 ，Say what you want, don't worry, I won't let her escape. Okay then, you could have at least had some tea already. How inconsiderate. I could get someone to bring you some if you like. If I asked Yukiya, he'd probably bring the best tea there is. Forget it. I don't want too many people seeing me in this state. Well then, please listen to what Mari has to say. Fine, I'm still going to be thinking up ways to escape though. Tsukiko. How are you? You are not injured, right? I suppose I'm fine. This situation is the worst though. That's a relief. Mari was truly seriously relieved. So then, first I'd like to know why you did all of this. Kyosuke, have you told this girl nothing? Isn't she your assistant? No, I've told her everything she needed to know. The only thing I didn't say was where my arm and eye came from. Then you'd know, wouldn't you? You seem to know about Litsu too. That's not it. That's not what I meant. I want to know about your feelings. Tsukiko, why is it that you think of Litsu as your everything? Why do I need a reason to obey the leader of the new world? I know that you don't feel that way about Litsu. A leader is someone who shows others the way. Just now you said that you are obeying her. If you really were, you wouldn't be going against her. So why have you been doing all of this when it's not what she wants? You can't call her your leader when you aren't following her will. Quite impressive. Kyosuke, how about becoming her assistant instead? I will think it over. Stop avoiding the subject. You did all this for Litsu's sake, I understand that much. But Tsukiko, why do you consider Litsu to be so important? That's not something easily explained, you know. If you won't answer me, then I will stop talking. You will be out of time to think up an escape, and you will be in trouble. I have good reflexes. I won't become your hostage easily either. It seems I greatly underestimated you. I don't like playing stupid games, but I hate not understanding someone I care about. Litsu made me into a human. Litsu taught me how to live as a human. I was still very young when I first entered that research facility. I don't know how old I was, nor how I'd lived until that point. I was a test subject. I didn't know I was a human. I thought what was going on was natural. This continued every day for many years before Litsu came to the lab. Litsu and I ended up sharing the same room. We were both considered dangerous psychics. They put us in a high-security room where we couldn't use PSI. There we were just kids, though there were no excessive restrictions. We were their precious...什么意思啊 They wanted us alive. Greeny pigs. 这应该是应该有什么字眼？豚猪。Guinea pigs. They wanted us alive. I'd spent all my time alone, so it wasn't until I met Litsu that I knew I was human. Litsu had received an education. She was bright for her age. She was able to teach me many things about the outside world, school feelings, the essence of being human. It must have been exhausting for her. I didn't understand Japanese back then. With all she taught me, I finally knew I was human and not a test subject. The way I saw the world completely changed. Whatever I do would never be enough to show my gratitude. Without her, Tsukiko Nagise would never have existed. 这里的设定还挺简单的。That's enough of this reminiscing, isn't it? She didn't just save me, it's more than that. I owe my entire existence to her. So then why wouldn't I use the existence for Litsu's sake? I don't get it. Was that explanation still not enough for you? Yeah, enough for me. That's not it at all. If you feel that way all about Litsu, then why? Why aren't you thinking about ways to make Litsu happy? After all that pain you went through, why aren't you trying to be happy? I would if it was Litsu's wish, but Litsu has an objective, to save all psychics by creating a new world. That's her dream. I don't get it. Couldn't that be done without causing so much sorrow? What's the point of getting to that place if it causes more pain? Maybe there's something worth it all in this world, but do the people you are creating this new world for, do they really want so much blood to be split? Please tell me, Tsukiko, are you really okay with this? 嘴炮大法. If this was a debate, your strategy would have you winning. Huh? It's unfortunate, but it seems like our time is up. I can't end this here. If I still have life left to give, then I will use it all for Litsu's sake. If I'm going to resist, I might as well make a show of it. Resist? You are strong, however, there's only two of you. If you are attacked from multiple directions, you won't be able to cope. If this is a kitchen, it would be easy to stab you in the back. Too bad. What are you going to do? I assume you know that our chronokinesis also includes telekinesis. Yes, of course. Then it's obvious, no. There are a lot of chairs in here. I could throw them all at you and run. What on earth are you saying? 这不是早就应该想到了吗？这么多椅子，这男主怎么会这么惊讶呢？这考虑还是不够周到。 Our telekinesis is limited when we look into the past. Then I will just look into this moment right now. I will use my power. Is that possible? I know it's not for me, but Father did mention the effects of high ether concentration. If she used it the way Lisa did when she escaped the facility. Yes, and I've taken some. I would have taken more if I could. I wanted to be useful to Lisa and die with her. Die, of course. What would be the point of living if I'm not hers? I'm not hers. I'll be off now. Don't get in my way. 走啦。Skiko used her ability, or she thought she did. Nothing happened. What's the meaning of this? Nothing moved. The chair stayed immobile. 这椅子其实是固定的是吧？难道是这样？也就是说，之前男主说你怎么能做这种事情的时候，他是装了的。Did this mean the ether didn't work after all? Why? It should be working. Looking closer, I could see the chairs were quivering. Skiko was trying to move them, but something was stopping her. What's happening? What could be the cause of this situation? What's this force? I have to make sense of this or what could this be? 看来不是男主干。Then a thought flashed through my mind. The news in spring, a memory of summer, has Muddy gained PSI? 最不科学的选项也往往是最正确的选项。Perhaps Muddy's been hiding her own PSI all this time, and it super consciously appeared in order to stop Skiko. No, that's impossible. People normally awaken to their PSI when they are still young kids. Perhaps I'm not entirely mistaken though. Perhaps there was another person using PSI to stop Skiko's plan. 也就是说，刚刚的三个选项其实都是扯淡的。应该是有另外一个人 using PSI to stop Skiko's plan, 但不是他。However, there's no one else in this room, so if they can't see inside, they can't see, but what if they could? I see. At the beginning of spring, there'd been a talk about a psychic. It was about a girl who could use 2 PSI abilities. If the media reports were correct, then her abilities are good grief. Once I stop and think about it, it's not so difficult. We are currently inside Xena HQ. It wouldn't be strange if there was a psychic on the other side of the floor, on the other side of the door. What Maya said before is the truth. Right here and now is a girl who wants to help people with PSI. A girl is not me or Skiko, right? What do you mean? We shouldn't spend too much time speaking why she's helping us, but Skiko's telekinesis is nothing compared to a primary telekinetic. But I don't see anyone here. Maybe she's outside using clairvoyance to seeing. Clairvoyance and telekinesis. That girl, even she's trying to stop me. Are you trying to say even she thinks I made a mistake? Skiko, maybe I shouldn't say this, but I will because I need to. I'm willing to bear the brunt. Skiko, above anything else, you are making a mistake for yourself. I'm making a mistake. What gives you the right to draw that conclusion for me? My life hasn't been too long, but it's definitely been full of mistakes. But Kyo-chan tells me whatever I make one. I made one. That's why it's worth living for him. Such a beautiful speech, it makes me sick. You should do the same, Skiko. And so should Litsu. You should be telling each other when you make mistakes. Don't talk about Litsu. Okay then, but there's no one more appropriate for that role than you, is there? Don't worry, Skiko. For argument's sake, even if Litsu made a mistake, that girl could just point it out for her. That girl. Yeah, that girl, the most important person to Litsu. No matter how long I spend next to her, I will never be as important. So I will continue to carry out Litsu's will, and that's fine by me. And even if I make a mistake, I will just vanish from Litsu's sight. Mistake and all, that's fine too. No way, that's so. I'm not alone to listen to your feelings. Why would I let the likes of you two give me such a self-important lecture? What can you say? What can you say when Kyosuke's PSI comes from our sacrifices? IXG created that eye and arm from our tests. That's the truth. 对，他还不知道。A machine created from our suffering. Nauseating to say the least. Kyo-chan, is that it's... Oh, you didn't tell Mari. I suppose it has nothing to do with investigation. I will tell you both then about your mistake. You have no right to judge me while you use the arm for your sake. It truly makes me sick. I will say it as many times as I need to. You are the ones mistaken. I had come to a conclusion with Yukiya, but Skiko was a different matter. What should I do in the face of Skiko's hatred? I should... To her, I was in the wrong. Maybe she was right, but nothing would change if we kept on like this. How could I save her as a human? If I can't save her from her crimes, it wouldn't be fair to only have my say. I need to accept all of Skiko's words. Go ahead and say everything that you want to. What? Are you admitting your mistake? I'm not. I won't necessarily abide by what you say, but I respect you as a person, so I want to hear you out. As a person. Don't make me laugh. You are treating me like a human. What a joke. What? What's with this overreaction? This is nonsense. I told you I have nothing to say. Now are you going to arrest me? Marty has done talking. My escape failed. There's someone in the corridor. There's nothing left to do but arrest me, surely. Or are you still going to continue with your idea of saving me? You know what you say is unjustifiable. 这场是真的长。In the midst of the silence, Marty's phone started to ring. The display said Yukiya. I had to answer it. What is it? I've come to an agreement. Agreement? What do you mean? I'm able to view the security cameras. I can see where Skiko is. Time is out of his hands, so could you bring Skiko over to me? Oi, don't just give me orders. What happened? What's happened? The business discussion was successful. Business? Kyosuke, the job I gave you was to arrest Skiko. I know, but... I'm sorry, but I have to cancel that job. Cancel it. Don't worry, I will pay the cancellation fee. Cancellation fee. That's not what I'm talking about. Skiko is to be delivered to Litsu. I've struck a deal. Are you okay with this? Didn't I say this is business? There is no personal feelings. Come to the office on the 5th floor of this building. Yukiya cut the cord immediately after saying that. What was all that? He told me to bring Skiko to the 5th floor office. Skiko is to be delivered to Litsu without being arrested. Litsu, I am. That's what you said. That's what I said. Will you believe me and come along? I don't really have a choice, do I? I'll be arrested if I stay here. If you're telling me the truth, that it's Litsu's wish, I will follow. Okay, I won't restrain you, just follow. Wait, Chiko-chan, if we do this, then... Yukiya said it was business. That means this will save lives. Our desire to save Skiko is personal. We can't allow our reasons to take priority if lives are at stake. I feel so frustrated. I felt exactly the same. Zena HQ office floor. 6点54分。Yo, you took your time. Seems like you did your job though. Yukiya greeted us at the designated location. There was no one else around. 差不多了，先掐到这儿。感觉还有一些呢。